I was talking fantasy football with my friends the other day.
Well, Josh? Wow. Look who's back. Where the hell have you been? At home, sitting on your asses?
Go away now, Josh.
Actually, my name is Alan.
You're a dorky white kid with a Cub Scout bandana on his head.
Bravo.
Oh.
November.
Tango. On.
Football.
Oh, it did it too. Oh, not good. See? Bad karma. Get away from me with your bad karma. Welcome back to Bent on Fantasy Football. I'm Alan Bentley.
And I'm Josh Worley.
And we are ready to go this week. We've got a lot to talk about.
We do.
Last week was the first week of the playoffs for most leagues, and we're going to talk about how that went for us and how good and bad, the good and bad and the ugly, right?
Yes.
But we want to jump into these beers first. We want to get these out of the way because we do this every single week. For those of you who are new to the show, we do this every single week. We have our beer, and we pop it open, and we have a cold one. So
Yeah.
Why don't you start us off, Josh?
All right, I'll start us off. Merry Christmas, everyone, from the Bent team. That's from Alan and I. We mean this from the bottom of our hearts. We wish all of you a safe and happy Merry Christmas.
Absolutely.
Emphasis on the safe, of course.
Yes, and happy.
Yes.
And Christmas.
Yes.
So emphasis on the whole sentence. All right. So my can says it's almost time for. You know what it's almost time for, Josh?
Is that for the Benties?
For the Benties, 2 weeks.
Okay,
two
2
weeks away. We're gonna do the Benties. If you guys are, like I said, new to the show, the Benties are the awards that we made up, and we absolutely killed it on that.
Yes.
So, we every year we go through and we have the same categories, maybe adding a few this
I
year.
think we may have to add a few, yeah.
All right, so we'll have more on that as time goes on. But 2 weeks, Benties, make sure you watch. Is it 2 weeks or 3 weeks? It might be
2 weeks.
Okay, yeah, because it's gonna be the week after the championship
Yes.
in fantasy football.
Yes.
So if that's 2 weeks or 3 weeks, whatever it is, that's when it is.
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
All right, so let's crack open these beers.
Let's do it, baby.
Guys, as you do every week, pop open a cold one, sit back and enjoy the show.
What did you
Drink
do?
it. I did not do that. Mine did the same
This
thing.
must be the one that fell on the ground. Man, ruined that $1,000 tablecloth here
Yeah,
we got.
a $10 table under it too. Dang it. Well, speaking of new subscribers, we do want to thank everybody for joining us every week. We appreciate you guys liking, subscribing, and sharing.
Yes.
And we've got some new people. We'll talk about that in a little bit.
Yes, we will.
Do you want to add anything to that, Josh?
No. We appreciate each and every one of you. Get our names out
I thought you
there.
said no.
Shut up. Hey, I'm old. I forget what I say. I can't be held liable in a court of law for anything I say. But we appreciate each and every one of you. Like, share, subscribe, send us out there to your friends, your enemies, your family.
Yeah.
Give your loved ones the gift of Bent on Fantasy Football for Christmas, guys.
Get them bent.
Yes, on fantasy football.
All right.
That can be their white elephant gift. Here, I got you a link to Bent on Fantasy Football.
Yeah, and you must watch it.
Yes.
All right. Gub, this week we both have something that's got us bent for like you new folks. It's Gub. It stands for Got Us Bent. So here's what's got me bent.
Is
this
this the
week.
law enforcement edition of Gub?
It is. It is. Bad Boys Bad. I wish I had the Bad Boys song. I could have played that in the background. Dang
Well, then we'd probably get sued.
That's all right.
But anybody who, like we were talking about, if anybody wants to sue us, they're dumb because we don't have anything.
Right. You can take all the profits that we make. Actually, you can double them, and we'll,
So that means they got to pay us.
right.
All right,
Exactly. We lose money on this gig, so. Why do we do this? Never mind. It doesn't matter.
Because we love it, Alan.
Okay. So what's got me bent this week is Derek Ward. Again, another NFL player out there doing something that he shouldn't be doing. I should say former NFL player out there
Yes.
doing something that he shouldn't be doing. Just giving the NFL a bad name. And come on, man. You're robbing gas stations, was it?
Yeah, he robbed 5 businesses. 3 of them were gas stations.
Allegedly.
Well, allegedly, yes.
Right. Because you're always guilty until proven innocent, right?
I think it's the other way around, Alan. Innocent until proven guilty. But
Whatever.
anyway.
All right. So that's what's got me bent this week. realistically, I mean, come on. Like I said, you're a former NFL star. You're supposed to be a role model. That's out the window. He might end up in our awards show this week. Or
He
this
could.
year.
Well, it depends, because my guy kind of isn't too good of a person on the wrong side of the law as well.
Who's yours? Who's got you bent?
Josh Giddey has got me bent, and the Oklahoma City Thunder organization, because they knew about his situation apparently a year ago and didn't say anything. Only now they are, because it's coming out publicly. But I got to give the guy the benefit of the doubt. We don't know what happened, but the latest string of text messages and private messages that were discovered, they're pretty damning. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so. I just want to say that. So, Josh Giddey, get bent, and not on football. So,
yeah, just get bent.
if you did what you did, you get what you deserve. So,
Yes.
there you go.
All right, so that's what's got us bent this week. We hope it's got you bent too. WOMF.
WOMF.
Is
All right.
Do we want to talk about WOMF?
Let's talk about our records first.
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So, God, I lost. I'm 9-6, so I'm in the 5th place game. Shut up, Alan. You're smiling over
No, I
there.
was not smiling. I was going, I was cringing a little bit because that
We-
hurts. I get it.
We won, so that's good for us. We're in the semifinals. And then your 2 solo leagues, you won and lost 1 and 1.
Yeah, so I lost on one miserably. My team totally collapsed on me.
What'd your team totally score? 43 points or something combined between 9?
Between 9 players.
That's
yeah.
with a quarterback, you
Yeah.
know.
This is a team that was dominating. This is a team that was dominating for a good part of the season, or at least sporadically throughout the season.
Yeah.
And they come out and give me 43 points, man. That's the best team I could have put on the
Yeah.
field.
I actually put up decent points in mine. I am so damn bitter though, because what lost it for me, I had the Philly D. That last touchdown pass by Drew Lock with 28 seconds left sealed it. So my defense lost 3 points on that. I lost by 1.24. So
And when something like that happens, the way I got beat, I was completely uninvolved and didn't really care because I knew I was done.
you're like, yeah, screw it. Who cares?
Yeah, exactly. As far as you, now you're thinking of all the possible things that could have went right to put you over the hump of that.
Yeah, I could have started Devin and Singletary instead of Jalen Warren. I mean,
But who's going to call that, right? I mean, I don't know.
well, if I could go back in time, I would.
Yeah, now, yeah, knowing what you know. But no, I mean, you make your best calls during the playoffs. If they're good, great. You look like a champ. If they not so good, then you look like a bum. It just happens.
It happens.
It happens.
Yeah, it happens. So 34-26 is our cumulative record. 57%, which isn't bad. I mean,
No.
and then our WOMF, I went 4-1. Alan went 2-3. A couple stinkers in there really killed him.
Yeah.
60% total on the year.
Yep.
So that's not bad. I mean, I'll take that every day of the week. If we were betting with the juice, you have to win 55% of your bets.
Mm-hmm.
We'd be up a little bit. So
Cool.
that's why we don't bet though, because then when we do bet, we probably would lose.
Right. It'd be more like 40%.
Yes.
You'd be fighting back. Okay. You want to jump us into the next one then?
Yeah. Well, there's a few teams and matchups
Right.
and players that we want to talk
You're right,
about.
we do want to talk about that. I'm just so anxious to get to WOMF.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
I hate to rub salt in the wound, but like your team, for example, who are a few of the guys that have been fantasy studs that just didn't show up?
Joe Mixon.
Okay,
One of
Mixon's one.
Of course, that whole team. If we're talking about the team, when Burrow went down, that was pretty much the end of it.
Yeah. Well, they're still in playoff contention for now.
I understand that, but their production is going to go down. Period. They got Chase is going to be on the bench this week. They just really.
They got a tough matchup too against Pittsburgh.
Boyd and T. Higgins are going to be busy as all get out, but I think the completion percentage is going to be really low on those guys. So from a fantasy perspective, I wouldn't jump on those guys yet.
Yeah.
Not until if you advance beyond this and they have a light up game, then I consider it. But for right now, I would stay away from those guys.
Yeah. Another guy that we both have in different leagues is D Hop. I thought he would have a big game.
Yeah.
And he did.
too.
He did have a 40-yard catch. Called back. I would have won if it would have been complete. But anyway,
Again.
yes. A team we want to talk about though is Philly. I mean, what the hell's going on with Philly? I mean, they lost 3 straight.
Wow. Yeah, talk about a total collapse. I wouldn't say a total collapse, but not far from it.
I mean, they barely lost to Seattle. They lost by 3, but Seattle's not that good of a team. They're still in playoff contention, but they got trounced by Dallas. They got trounced by San Fran. So they're kind of like, I would say Miami and Philly are really, really similar because Miami loses to good teams they play. They lose by 4 touchdowns to the Bills, but they trounce teams that suck. That's kind of what Philly's been doing. I think they've been exposed, and I don't think they got a shot in the playoffs. They're still going to make it in. They're 10-4, but man, Philly, you play good teams, or even semi-good teams, you just can't perform.
Well, and that's the theory with Dallas too. So that whole division is kind of a question mark. Is it really real?
It
or
is.
Is it just a figment of our imagination? Who knows?
Who the heck knows? But I mean, right? You got a couple big matchups this week. Okay, the two matchups that really have number 1 seed overall in each division implications: Miami and Dallas. They're both 10-4.
That's going to be a test for both of those teams.
It is,
because Miami's accused of the same thing, not being able to kill the good teams and beating up on the bad teams.
Right.
So it'll be interesting to see. Dallas has got a good defense. Miami's it doesn't have a bad defense either. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out.
Right, and then you got the Christmas night, the last game of the week, Baltimore, San Fran. They're both 11-3, current number 1 seeds now. Here's a scenario: if Baltimore loses and Miami wins this week, they're both going to be 11-4. They play each other next week, so that is huge for the number 1 overall seed in the AFC.
Yes.
Now the NFC, even if San Fran loses,
they're still on track.
They're still going to have the number 1 seed because they trounced Dallas 42-10, and wasn't it like 42-19 against Philly or something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
So San Fran's good, but. Yeah, if Baltimore loses and Miami wins, that game next week is going to be huge, guys.
Huge, yes. That could be 2 huge games that Baltimore's playing back to back too.
Yeah. Well, if you told me at the beginning of the season that not Buffalo, not Kansas City, but Miami would be playing for a number 1 seed, possibly week 17, I think you were nuts.
Yeah, let's talk about that for just a second, real quick. From what we see now, looking back to what we were thinking before, it's really interesting to see how some of the teams have evolved a little bit more. Tua, great example of that. When it was draft time, people were waiting on him and letting him go and letting him go and letting him go.
Yeah.
And you were able to get him in the late rounds.
Around the same time as Dak, nonetheless.
Right.
So.
Right. Yep. So both of those guys I picked up as a backup quarterback in 2 different leagues.
Yeah.
At one point, Dex ends up being my starter, and Tua ends up being on the bench. It's just so weird how this year's played out. It's gone back and forth and back and forth.
This has been a really, really weird fantasy year, guys.
Oh, absolutely. With all the injuries. And, that's something we can cover next week, too, as we can talk about, throughout the season, what injuries have happened and when they happen. And when you go back and look at that, it's actually pretty amazing that we have anybody on the field anymore.
Yeah.
So, fantasy-wise, from a fantasy perspective. Right. So, anyway.
So let's get into WOMF. No, I don't think so. Do you have anybody else?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Let's WOMF.
Let's
do
WOMF
this.
it up.
I've been waiting to do this. Let's do this.
I don't know. Now this, guys, we're going to do it a little differently. It's similar to what we've done before where you pick the team, but we're not doing over-unders this week because we tend to steer toward over-unders more. You have to pick against the spread, okay? There's some real good...
That was easy.
Yes, it was easy, Alan, okay? Let's make sure... Whoop, I got to loosen it a little. There we go. All right, so anyway, there are some real snooze fests out there, and there's a couple really, really good games out there. So why don't you start it up, because you're playing with it like a little kid.
No, I'm just making sure it's calibrated correctly.
Whatever, just...
Yes, all right. Are you
Oh
ready?
my God, quit playing it with
Are
that.
you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Go ahead, spin it.
All right, I'll go first then.
I want to go first.
Oh my God, you're an idiot. Why do I put up
All
with
right,
this
the
crap?
yellow one. We're going against the spread this week. It's Detroit, Minnesota. Oh my gosh, and Minnesota is +3, I'm guessing?
Yeah. The
So
the home
the
team
bottom?
is, yeah, that's the home. Correlates to the home team.
Okay, so I'm assuming Minnesota's +3?
They are.
Okay, because you didn't define who was actually +3, but that's...
Okay,
that's
so
good.
the second team is what the minus or plus, okay?
So you're saying that all the home teams... Never mind, let's just...
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh, Josh. All right, so I'm gonna go with Detroit on this one.
Detroit minus the 3?
Yep.
Okay. I like it. I'm not sold on Nick Mullins. And neither should you be.
No.
That's the orange kid.
See, the calibration is slightly off on that thing.
Ooh, Dallas, Miami. Miami -1.
Dallas, Miami.
God, that game is, I think that is like a 52-point over-under. I'm going to take Dallas. I think Dallas, after that loss last week, really needs to step it up and prove that they can play with the big boys. So
I hope that's a shootout.
I hope it is
I
too.
hope it's a big-time shootout.
Well, odds makers think it will be. So
Good. Either that or I think it's going to be a lopsided win by somebody.
I mean, that could be 52-10 either way, or it could be 35-28, 31-28. Who knows? But yeah.
All right. Let's see who else we got.
Yeller. Old Yeller.
Shouldn't do that. Calibration is just so messed up now. Seattle and Tennessee. Tennessee's got the +3.
Yeah. Ah.
Well, oh my gosh, I'll take Tennessee.
Tennessee +3 at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't know what to do on that.
I don't know. That's just a shot in the dark more than anything.
If Gino's back, I'd probably lean towards Seattle, but we don't know 100% yet. So.
Yeah. And it could be hit and miss. I mean.
Yeah. All right, we'll do that.
Oh,
one.
there it is. Perfect. See, I told you.
Please don't be that. Oh God, this is a game neither one of us wanted.
Which one?
Arizona and Chicago.
That was easy.
Chicago -4. God, both teams are
Come on,
horrible.
say it, Josh. My team's better than your team. Say it.
Chicago -4. Yes, here they are. But Bears would have had 4. They had 4 losses this year where they were up by double digits in the fourth quarter.
No other teams ever
One of
done
them
that.
was one of them against the Lions. They were up with like 2:30 left.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah, no other team has done that.
It's
so.
a record.
Yeah.
So not the one you want, but
I
it's
no,
definitely
I
a
was
record.
rooting for them. So
Gee, thanks. All right.
so each got an underdog and a favorite so
Yes,
far.
we do. All right, and New Orleans versus LAR. Ooh, LAR is a good team, and LAR is favored by 4.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to take LAR.
You're taking LAR.
Yeah, I think LAR is going to win.
They're at New Orleans, aren't they?
Yes. No, they're at LAR.
Okay.
They're at large.
Shut up. Shut up. All right. I like that. I don't like New Orleans at all.
Why'd you tell me to shut up? That's not nice.
Oh, I got Kyron. Wait. Oh, no, that's not tonight's game. Never mind. I'm an idiot. Shut up. But I like, I like Kyron in that game. I want a big
Captain
game.
Obvious? Well, I can't spin a wheel either, can you?
No. Ooh, this is the game of the week. Baltimore San Fran. God, guys, I love Baltimore.
Could be a Super Bowl preview.
Could be a Super Bowl preview. I think it may be. Neither one of us had that matchup. I don't think neither one of us actually had either one of those teams.
No, I was
The
thinking
beginning
in the
of the
back
year.
of my mind, but I decided not to go with that one.
Oh, shut up. I'm going to go with San Fran -5.5. San Fran is just playing on another level, you know. Even though Baltimore, we both think, is the cream of the crop in the AFC, San Fran's just on another level from everyone else.
The cool thing, though, I think if that does end up being a Super Bowl matchup, it'd be good because they're both tough on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, they
They
are.
both have a good defense, both have a good offense. It's really going to boil down to who's the overall better team. I love that in a Super Bowl. I
Remember the last time they played, was it when Kaepernick was the quarterback, when it was the two Harbaugh brothers playing against each other?
Yep.
That was a hell of a game. That came right down to the wire. So
Hey, you know what? Colin Kaepernick. He could go get with Derek Ward, and they could start their own league.
Kaepernick's not a criminal, though. He didn't do anything wrong.
Not that you know of.
Come on.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying. Could be true. Could be true. He might have stolen a candy bar when he was 5. Guilty. Guilty. My turn.
Yes.
About time.
Oh, nice one.
Perfect. Let's see.
You probably stolen a candy bar when you were 5.
I did, and I ate it. And I never told anybody until now, Josh.
Well,
So I have New England and Denver. Denver is favored by 7.
Denver's at home, I assume, right?
Yes, they are.
God, that game sucks.
That is terrible.
That's almost as bad as the Cards Bears.
Nah, the Cards Bears is an easy one.
You think, but then the Bears are going to blow it again.
Right. Till the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
All right. So Denver, New England. Man, I know you like New England's defense, but
I don't like either one of these teams. I pumped up Denver last week, and they didn't look. They look like shit.
Man,
So
Russell Wilson, man, what happened to that guy? I don't know.
he was an MVP frontrunner a few years back, and now it's all falling apart. Oh, Brock Purdy took over the betting odds for MVP. It was Dak, now it's Brock Purdy. So
You know, it's 7 points. That's kind of a big spread. I'm going to go with New England.
New England on the road,
Yeah.
plus
why
7.
Not? Why not?
Okay. All right.
It's a lose either way, I'm sure, no matter who I pick. Good job.
Pinky
Well done.
and the brain. Neither one of us have a brain, so that song doesn't have anything to do with us. Jacksonville at Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is a 2-point favorite. Baker had a career game throwing for 384 last week, but I just think Jacksonville's too much, so I'm going to take Jacksonville plus 2 on the road.
Speaking of that game, Trevor Lawrence, if he's your quarterback, your starting quarterback, listen up. He's in concussion protocol. Don't know for sure whether he's going to play or not at this point. Today is Thursday. We're getting close to starting time for the Thursday night game, and we still don't have any information on that for sure. I will say this. Most of the time when somebody goes through a concussion protocol, they will miss the following week. So I would make other plans. That's what I did in my league. But get him off your starting lineup at least until you know whether he's starting for sure or not.
Yeah.
But don't forget to do that, because sometimes you'll forget about it and just let it go, and it'll come back to bite you in the ass. So
Yeah.
don't do that.
And in the case of C.J. Stroud, under concussion protocol, it could be multiple weeks.
Yes.
Case Keenum might be starting again this week. So,
So yeah, keep that in mind too with that game.
All right.
All right, my turn.
You want the orange or the green? You
I'll
can just
take-
pick one.
I'll take Bear Orange, which has got some kind of blue underneath it.
Please be a bad one.
I mean, red underneath it. Cleveland and Houston. That's a
Oh,
great
Oh,
matchup.
God. No,
Wow. Two stud teams.
it's not.
Possibly also a Super Bowl preview.
God, I hope not. I don't. No, it can't be.
It'd be the Super Bowl that I wouldn't watch, even if it could be.
Mm-hmm.
Man. Houston in 3. I'm going to take Cleveland.
Cleveland plus 3?
Yeah.
Or
I'm
no,
sorry.
minus 3.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Houston's the dogs by 3.
But they're in Houston, though, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I don't like Houston.
Yeah, I'm going to take Cleveland just because I have no other option.
All right. What's the last one for me?
All right, the last one is Washington and the Jets.
Oh, God. What? Jets are like 3, aren't they?
Yeah, Jets are favored by 3. Yeah.
I'm going to take Washington on the road. The Jets are horrible.
Yeah. Their defense,
Washington isn't much better.
Well, their defense, I don't know, man. Again, you pick some terrible games.
I know. Well, we both look at this. We both picked 3 road teams and 2 home teams. So, and in that exact order: road, home, home, road, 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 home, home, road, road.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
So we're just as dumb as one another. So,
All right. Let's talk about our new subscriber. We got a new
all
subscriber.
right, we got one new subscriber yesterday. Welcome, Jake. Thank you for subscribing. We hope you
Thank
enjoy
you.
this as much as we do. So,
And more, if not.
and
if that's
more.
possible.
Yes.
I don't know if that's possible, though.
I don't think it's possible.
Probably not. I don't think anybody could enjoy this more than us.
Yeah, but guys, again, we appreciate you guys. We do this for you. We do it for us too, but we do it mostly for you. To give you some entertainment,
Yeah.
but
It's some fantasy advice along the way.
whether it be good or bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, share it. Get us out there. Share us. Like, subscribe, comment. We love to hear your comments. We're not getting as much as we wanted, but we need to hear some more of that feedback. So
Yeah, absolutely. Love
like
that.
if you want to say like who's that hot guy that has hair?
Alan.
Oh
I have
god.
hair. I have hair.
Oh my god.
A little bit. It's all
Not
right.
the one that looks like the missing link. The guy that actually has a full head of hair. How's that?
I wouldn't say full. I mean, yeah, there's some hair up there,
All
but
right, whatever. So let's move on.
that's what your hairline's doing.
I know. That's what yours has done about 20 years ago.
No, but we do appreciate you guys liking, subscribing, sharing, and sending us off to other people. We absolutely love that. Please keep doing that. Please help us expand. We're getting so much closer to that 1,000 mark. Don't look down there at the bottom. It doesn't really tell you down there how many we have. But we do need a few more. We do need a few
Do
more.
need a few more.
A few hundred more.
And why do we want to get to 1,000, Alan?
So we can actually do a live. A couple years ago, we did a live from Marco's Vapor, and we had a blast doing it. Wasn't that great?
We did.
Complete with all the amenities, beer pong, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
We had tons and tons of fun, but we definitely want to do another one. We'd love to do it on YouTube and let you guys see one of our lives and kind of see what we're like when where the cameras are on and then when the cameras are off, because you get a little bit of that footage as well.
I don't know if they want that, but
probably
they can.
not.
Yeah, they can see it.
So anyway, yeah, they probably lose subscribers doing that.
Right.
But no, we would love to have you guys to see that. So please get us up to that 1,000. Like, subscribe, and share. We appreciate you guys. Anything else you got for them?
I got nothing besides have a Merry Christmas, and we will see everybody back next week
Yeah, and get bent.
on Fantasy Football.